15th of September, Rabbi Furst, Parsha, Shavua. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Roy.
Hey, good morning, Rabbi.
Oh, we lost him. Hey,
Tom, easy go.
To scare him off.
He took one look at this motley crew and he said, I'm out of here.
Right. So we have a positive, negative effect.
Yeah, we positively sent him away. All right, here he comes. Hello again.
Hello, good morning, everyone. How's everyone today?
Good morning, Rabbi Furst.
Baruch Hashem.
Hi, good to see you, Roy. Good to see you, Mary. Good to see you, Lou. Okay, did you get the email that I sent out that you should have there printed or on screen?
Yes, I do.
Okay, I'm going to put it on screen as well. This is a question, as we'll see, relevant to Yom Kippur Day coming up. Good. This is from the Hashuki Hamed. That's Rabbi Zilberstein. He's the one of the son-in-laws of Rabbi Elisha, Zifron Lebracha. He's a posik in his own right, and he has several sforim which deal with halakha and very relevant things to people in many different ways. So let's, anyone would like to begin reading?
I'm not sure I have this. Hashuki. I think I missed it. When did you send it out?
Yesterday, I mean,
Did I forward it to you guys?
Yes.
Well, I have it. Let me see. I think Rabbi First sent it out.
oh, did I send it out personally or did I ask Lou to send it out? I can't remember.
Let me see if I can find my email.
I think
I'll resend it to you, Lou. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Lou, you sent it. You sent it with Rabbi First will be teaching 9:30 tomorrow. And
Oh, yeah.
all right, that's the
But Rabbi First,
I see it.
he also sent it too. I have two. I've Lou's and I have Rabbi First. Okay.
Okay.
Yom Kippur Comfort. That's the title. That's good.
I'll try and send it out to you in a minute, Lou.
No, you don't need to. I see it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I did, but
All right. Now it's off screen.
Yeah, it's coming on in a minute. There you go. Should be there now.
I can read it from the screen.
All right.
Rabbi, just scheduling Friday is a regular Friday schedule, correct?
9:30, yes, Bezrat Hashem.
And what about Monday?
Okay, Monday, let's see, Monday, that's, let's say Sukkot starts, Monday night, is that correct?
Yes. Monday is Erev Sukkot.
Mhm.
Sunday.
So 9:30 is good on, if you like, on the Erev Sukkot would be Monday.
Sunday.
That's Sunday. You want to have two shirim on Sunday? We can do 9 o'clock like regular.
Fine with me. How about you guys?
I'm conditional because it depends on what I have to do around the house.
Yeah. Rabbi, I have to help my son with his sukkah. Maybe I shouldn't overcommit.
Okay.
Maybe we should do Friday schedule on Sunday and Monday.
Okay, fine. That's good with me.
Okay with you, Mayor?
I will try to be here, yeah.
Roy?
Ditto, I'll try to be here too.
Okay, great.
No idea what's going on, so
Yeah, we'll see.
I'll try and coordinate with Rabbi Levitt also.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it, Lou.
Rabbi Moore is not teaching till the 29th of September. Rabbi Thurman will be teaching on the 19th. Okay. All right. So Ha'im Mutar La'asos Segulos Be'erev Yom Kippur. What's the word? First word, ha'im, if?
Yes, and if it is permissible.
If it is permissible to do something that's dangerous on Erev Yom Kippur, on Erev Yom Kippur.
Now, segula is something which is some type of a practical I don't like to call it a scheme to do something which is designed to help on Erev Yom Kippur. Shlo Yagis Inui, meaning on Yom Kippur you're supposed to feel an Inui. Inui, what is Inui? Inui is some type of distress, right? That's why we're not eating, we're not wearing shoes, right? Because we were supposed to feel some type of distress. That's part of the kapora that we're supposed to get on Yom Kippur, because of the distress. It's a form of I'm not sure. Punishment is not exactly the best word, but all the discomforts that we go through on the fast of Yom Kippur, they are contributing to the kapora, because as the Gemara mentions, sometimes a person does a sin and he has to have Yisurim hardships will help cleanse him. So therefore, part of the avodah on Yom Kippur is you have to go through a certain amount of Yisurim. In this particular case, not eating, not drinking, not wearing shoes, right? Not anointing yourself. By denying ourselves these pleasures, right? So that's part of the Yisurim, the distresses that which are contributing to the atonement, the kapara that we get on Yom Kippur. So the question is it mutter to do things on Erev Yom Kippur which will eliminate the distressful feelings that a person would otherwise experience on Yom Kippur?
Teshuvah, with that would lessen your distress, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but the tshuva you have to do, the tshuva has to be done. But even some certain sins, it's not enough simply to do the tshuva. Have to go through certain yisurim, also certain distressful, unpleasant circumstances and situations. But the Rabbeinu Yonah explains in the first or the second gates, chapters, sections of his Sefer Shai Tshuva, that the part of the tshuva that we're supposed to do is supposed to feel an intensity of regret because of what we've done wrong. And that feeling of regret, that intensity, is also a distressful feeling. And that also contributes to the power of the tshuva that we can accomplish.
Mhm. Okay.
Oh, I'm not clear. What does that have to do with the segula?
Because you notice in the stores by the checkout, you see them selling pills that make your fast easier.
Oh, no, I never saw that.
No? Oh,
They're like diet pills?
I'm not sure. That a lot of them are herbal based and things like this, and they claim that they make the fast somewhat easier.
I think you can get them outside the caravan shul in Paran.
Uh-huh.
They've got a
Right.
store. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they have sold them there before.
All right.
Right. So a segula is like a contrivance, some type of contrivance that you're trying to do on Erev Yom Kippur, which is going to make the fast easier for you in terms of its unpleasant side effects of fasting.
Ah. So this is the second meaning of the word segula?
Excuse me?
Is this a second meaning of the word segula?
Well, segula, you have all kinds of segulas. The segula, you can go to the coastal for 40 days. You go to the coastal for 40 days and something's going to happen, right? There's a segula to light a candle and things like that. There are all kinds of different contrivances that are there and about that that people try to enlist to benefit themselves.
I thought the root of the word segula was treasure. I thought it was a good connotation.
Well, yeah, that's a segula also, because a segula works in a way that's very unique. Like a segula is something which is a unique way of accomplishing something.
Right.
It's not working with the normal channels of cause and effect in a direct way. And then going to the coastal for 40 days doesn't directly. How is that directly going to help a person get a shidduch?
Right. But taking a diet pill is direct.
Right. So here we're not using it in the other sense of segulism during like that. Here we use it's a certain contrivance that person's going to do.
I see.
Right.
So it's kind of a second meaning.
Right. Correct.
Okay. All right. So the question is it permitted to do something like that leading up to Yom Kippur to make Yom Kippur somehow easier?
Right.
Shalo yargish ha'inui, that you shouldn't feel the
Distress.
the distress. Okay, distress. Shaila, the question: Ha'im mutar la'asos segulos but avar yom hakippurim? Shelo yargishu es hatzon. So the question is, if it is permissible to do to use a contrivance before Yom Kippur, so that you will not feel the fast.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so those two lines are basically the same.
Right. But yeah, one is basically like the title, and then one is the exact question that's being
The
asked.
actual details. Okay.
Right.
Teshuva, the answer. Dan bezeh ha sadeh.
That's the Stay Hemid. That's a sefer which was written maybe within the last 100 years on halacha.
Hamad, Hasada Hamad. Okay. So
Chemed.
Chemed. So this law is in the Sadeh Chemed. Umevi Sham me Amar Nifla B'Shela Zu. And it brings there the statement Amar Nafla.
Nifla, like a wondrous statement in this question. Nifla from Niflois.
Okay, so it brings there a wondrous statement about this question. Me'at ha-gaon min chab nasan
Orbach. Menachem Nasan Orbach.
Menachem Nasan Orbach Zatzal. So it's from the genius Menachem Nasan Orbach Zatzal. V'kasav shehu neged pish
Pashtus Apostle.
pashtus hapasech. That it writes that he is against the simple meaning of the pasuk.
Right, meaning that we'll see how he elaborates on this, but as it seems right now, the pashtus of the basic understanding of the pasuk seems to contradict this idea of doing things on Erev Yom Kippur to relieve a person's distress on Yom Kippur.
Okay. Shall kol hanefesh asher lo ta'aneh. So the pasuk says, every soul that is not ta'aneh as a fast.
Right, asher losa, which is not fasting.
She'inyano she'niyeh bo be'inui. That the principle is that there should be in it a distress.
Right.
Over prat leha mivoar I don't know this abbreviation.
That came Hamivur Birashi B'Shabbos. It's also explained there in Rashi in the Gemara and Shabbos.
Okay, so as is also explained by Rashi in Shabbos, Shekinivas Yarak Hotara B'Yom Kippurim. What is this word Shekinivas?
That Knivas Yerek is like picking the, I'll tell you what the situation it's talking about. It's talking about, let's say you have a celery, right? You have a stalk of celery, right? And you want to pick off the leaves of the celery, yeah? So
Right.
that's considered, that's what's called, right? Knivas Yerek. You're like peeling off the leaves from for example, some type of vegetable.
So the leaves in this case are the undesirable.
Well, no, the Gemara is discussing. See, it's actually brought in halacha as well. In this Yom Kippur, that a person even on Yom Kippur can do certain food preparations. A very big chiddush, can do certain food preparations in order that there should be food available to break the fast as early as possible, and not having to wait for food to be processed and prepared, right? So the Gemara says that's what the Gemara is discussing, that you have the peeling off and picking off of certain parts of the vegetable are permissible to do even on Yom Kippur itself.
Okay. Hotara B'Yom HaKippurim. Hutara is like mutar.
That it's hutar b'Yom Kippur. It's mutar to do. It's permissible to do on Yom Kippur.
Today, the garom the agmas nefesh. In order to affect the
Gora means to cause. Gora, in order to cause agmas nefesh. Agmas nefesh is like emotional distress.
okay. In order to cause, you want to cause emotional distress by picking off the leaves?
Yes, because a person's he's working with food and he's fasting, so it causes him SARS. Just like you have, remember you have the lo sachsham shor b'disho. There's a law in the Torah while the ox is being worked in the field, you cannot muzzle its mouth because it sees food, it sees grass and things in the field. And if you would muzzle its mouth while it's working in the field, it would make it distressful for the shore to see food and not be able to eat it. So here also a person is working with food on Yom Kippur, and it's distressful for him because he can't eat the food that he's working with.
I see. Shemitakein ve'eno ochal. That shemitakein is to fix.
Yeah, he's fixing. He's preparing the vegetable, right? He's preparing the vegetable,
And he can't eat it.
right?
V'harei karov le'inui sarai.
Shari, that means shari means in mutter. So therefore, it's karov le'inui, that it's meaning it's approaching a distressful situation. So therefore, it's permissible.
Therefore, it's permissible. Okay. V'davka min hamenicha ule ma'ale shehu sha'of umitzpa la'et achila va'ika agmas nefesh tafeh. So Dafka specifically from Mincha,
From Mincha and onward, from the time of Mincha and onward, it's only permissible to do this from the time of davening Mincha and onward.
and onwards, that he what is sha'of?
Sha'oif umetzape, he's anticipating and expect and hoping. He's hoping and expecting for the time he's going to be able to eat.
The time that he will eat, and there is agmas nefesh tafeh. Tefeh means beautiful.
No, more. Tfei means more. And Ve'ika Agmas Nefesh Tfei, at that time of day, there's even more emotional distress.
I see. There's even more emotional distress because he's anticipating eating.
The fast, right? Because the fast is getting longer now. It's later on in the day, and he's getting hungrier, and therefore he has more expectations for the time when it's going to be available for him to eat. Now he can't eat, so that's going to cause him even more distress.
Hare shekol ma shenochal leha osif al hat inui hu mitzvah. So behold that everything that shenochal is that is eaten.
No, that you're able, anything that you're able to do to osif al inu, anything you're able to do to add on to the stress of the day of Yom Kippur.
It's a mitzvah.
It's a mitzvah.
Ve'eich na'aseh pe'olos levatel es ha'inui. And how can someone do Pa'olot is a worker?
And how can you do actions?
Actions that will nullify the distress.
Right.
So it's a kol v'chomer, basically.
Right.
Given there's a law that says you are allowed to do things to increase the distress, kol v'chomer, you can't do something to decrease the distress.
Right. Ayin Sham. That's Ayin Sham. That's in the Stei Chemed.
Okay, do I skip the brackets?
Let me just look. Let me take a quick. Yeah. We can. Let's skip the brackets.
Okay, ule.
Ani is daiti. Ani is daiti. In my humble opinion.
In my humble opinion, near air kitsas mid vare pirosh ha
Mishnah Rambam.
Mishnah
Commentary of the Rambam on the Mishnah.
Rambam. So in my humble opinion, it seems a little bit like the words of the explanation of the Rambam's comment on the Mishnah, she'ein inyan lehagdil es ha'inui, that it is not the subject of increasing the distress. Sheha Mishnah.
Someone says that. See, he's quoting now, or he's referring. Let's put it this way: he's referring to the Rambam's commentary on the Mishnah. She'ein inyan lahigdil es inui. There's no point of increasing the inui, meaning there's no point of actually going through certain actions and behaviors to actually go ahead and increase the distress that a person's going to experience on Yom Kippur.
As it says in the Mishnah on Daf Yud Daled,
Right.
What is Ayin Aleph?
That's Daf Yudal Amid Aleph.
Oh, Amid Aleph, Kasva, that it's written. Kol she ba'es hayamim hu zorek es hadam. All the time of the day.
The seven, all the shivas, all seven. This is let me give you the introduction. This Mishnah is talking about that the Kohen Gadol, who was going to be doing the avoda on Yom Kippur, they would do certain things with him. He would be practicing the 7 days before, more or less, before Yom Kippur. So one of the things he did in order to practice, he would be spritzing the dam for the 7 days before Yom Kippur.
Oh, Zorek is to spritz.
Zorek, yeah, Zorek is literally to throw.
Okay, so all 7 days, he is throwing the blood as a practice.
Right.
Upeirash Harambam, and the Rambam explains Haya Margil Atzmo Ve'avoda, that it's normal for him, this service.
Or Margil is like to accustom himself or to become routine. He practices himself in the avoda all these 7 days.
Accustom himself to this avoda. Kol elu, all of these, she be'es hayamim, at the time of the day, of the days. Today,
These 7 days, he's practicing. He's getting himself routine and accustomed in the avoda all these 7 days. Why? Today, in order to
shetaha nocha aliv yom
Allah Yom Tzom Kippur.
Yom Tzom Kippur. So in order to, what is shetaha?
That it should be Noach Allah, it should be easy upon him, right? And today, in order that it should be Noach, it should be easy upon him, Allah, Yom Tzom Kippur, the fast of Yom Kippur. And that's Ad Kan Lashana, end quote.
So somehow it's saying that practicing the service that he's going to be doing on the day is going to make the fast easier for him?
Yes.
Okay, that's a chiddush.
Right. So that's what the Rambam's saying here. The Rambam explains that the reason why the Kohen Gadol practices to do the avoda and the flinging, the spritzing of the blood, which is part of the avoda on Yom Kippur, is that once he'll be accustomed to doing it, it won't be so difficult for him to fast on Yom Kippur. So you see from this that there's things which they're doing in order to make the fast easier for the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur.
Wow.
Yeah.
Peshitos Lashon Hu Shahatzom Yiyeh Noach.
No, it's meaning easy.
So it's obvious that this expression is that the fast should be easy.
Right. You see from the obviousness of the words of the Rambam that the fast should be made easy for him.
For him.
Right.
Ki im lo mitar gel ba'avodos hayom. Since if he's not accustomed to the service of the day, hamamitz shel ha'avoda yiyeh kasha. What's this mamatz?
Ma'amitz is like the pressure, right? The pressure.
The pressure of the service will be difficult upon him. V'yatish kecho. What's that? Yatish?
Yeah, it'll weaken his koyach. It'll weaken his strength.
His strength. Kocho. V'yiyeh hatzom kasha alav, and that will make the fast difficult upon him. The fact that his strength is weakened.
Right.
U'l'shem kach miragil atzmo, and according to with this, he practices himself. He accustoms himself ba'avodah, in the service, milifnei Yom HaKippurim, from before Yom Kippur. Shelo tichvad alav ha'avodah v'hatzom lo yikasha alav, so that it will not what's tichvad?
Tichvad, it shouldn't weigh heavily upon him. From the word covet, right? Tichvad, it should not. Shlo tichvad alav.
Shouldn't be heavy upon him. The service and the fast should not be difficult. Okay, so now we have a precedent going the other direction.
Right. Right. Let's see. I just want to see his brackets. I think let's leave this brackets. He's going Rashi. He's in this brackets. He's bringing down Rashi. And look at the first. We'll do the first couple lines. Maybe we'll continue. I'm the Rashi. This is based on the Rambam. Right? But Rashi is not. Look what Rashi brings in Rashi. Very good. I'll see the Rashi.
Lo hosif milim elu today she yeha hatzom nuach lo.
That should be in quote, right? Quote today should lo som noach lo, that the fast should be easy for him. Rashi doesn't put those words in.
Okay, so Rashi says these words don't belong.
Right. Meaning he doesn't explain it according to the Rambam. The Rambam's explanation is that he's doing the avoda, right? He's doing the avoda and practicing in order he should be routine, and that should make it easier for him to fast. But Rashi doesn't include these words, this component of doing it in order that the fast should be easier. Rashi doesn't explain it that way.
Vayitakain sherashi l'shito azil. And Yitakain is that he brings?
Itakin is possible. He's making a suggestion. It could be, it's possible that Rashi Lishitaso Az, Rashi could be going according to his opinion. Lishitaso Az, according to his opinion.
According to his opinion, that's like Shita, right? His view,
Yeah,
his his line of
exactly.
reasoning. Okay.
Yes.
Shehatiro lo nivas yarak.
Yerek, the vegetable.
Yerek, that it's permitted for him to pull off the leaves, bishvil ha'agmas nefesh, because of hagamas nefesh. I forget what that means.
Agmas Nefesh, the emotional distress that Rashi, don't forget Rashi, as we started off, Rashi explained the reason why he can do the preparation of the vegetables late in the day after Mincha time on the fast of Yom Kippur, is it should increase by doing this the emotional distress of the fast.
Right. So Rashi is saying that it's permitted to him to pull off the leaves because of the increasing of the emotional distress. Hare she ratzon haTorah lehisonos. Behold, it is the intention of the Torah to make it difficult. These onos,
To fast, meaning lisanos, to fast, meaning
Fast.
the intention of the Torah is that a person should be fasting on Yom Kippur.
and it should be difficult.
Apparently, yeah.
Ach yitachein shegam ledas Rashi. And even it's even possible that also the understanding of Rashi shemutar liknov yarak mishum agmas nefesh, that it is permissible to pull off the leaves because of the emotional distress that it causes.
Right.
Hakavana he litzar es haguf ulesigfu betinis, that the intention is that the painfulness to the goof lesigfu. What's lesigfu? To make difficult?
Well, I know it's like it's the kavana to tsar a goof, to cause distress to the body, and the savko, and to like it's not really to bruise it, but to sort of wound it through the fast.
Wound through the fast.
Right.
Aval lo lehosif alav es tirchas ha'avoda, but it does not add upon him the difficulty of the service.
Right. So it could be that Rashi, right, would be agreeable to the Rambam that you're not supposed to make the avoda more difficult than it is. Meaning, because we see there's other places in the Gemara and Yuma when it talks about the avoda of the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur that they dafka went out of their way to make the avoda as easy for the Kohen Gadol as possible, because there's a lot of things to do, a lot of korbanos to bring. He's fasting. He has to go to the mikveh. If I'm not making it 7 times, 8 times, he has to go to the mikveh during the quarter. He has to change his clothes many different times. So Chazal, in explaining the avoda of the Kohen Gadol and Yom Kippur, went out of their way to try and make it as easy. They were trying to, when he's walking in the base of Mikdash, they tried to make it shortcuts for him that he wouldn't have to walk so many steps, right? Because so that could be, Rashi could really be agreeable with the Rambam, because that's something which has to do with making the avoda as easy as possible. So it may not be a real proof, right? For what's relevant to regular people.
Well, in other words, Rashi is saying that he's reiterating the first point, and then he's saying, but we don't make it difficult for the Kohen for other reasons.
Right. So with a chain, therefore Gam Rashi, therefore also Rashi.
Yachol lehasakim
Lahaskim to agree.
to agree l'divrei perush hamishnayos l'Rambam. It's possible. I mean that Rashi is able to agree with the words of the explanation of the Mishnah by the Rambam. Shechakamim shekadu al kechosav shel hakohen.
Kohen Hagadol.
Hagadol. That the wisdom.
That it's therefore Rashi could be agreeing with the explanation of the Mishnah according to the Rambam. Shechachamim mini Chazal shkado al koicha isav shel Kohen Gadol, that they were vigilant, they were watchful over the energies of the Kohen Gadol, meaning that they didn't want the Kohen Gadol to expend any extra energy.
All right. In other words, it's not that they wanted to make it easier for him because they wanted to make it easier for him. It's that they wanted to make it easier for him because they were afraid he wouldn't be able to succeed.
Right. They didn't want to make it too difficult for him in order that he should be successful in the avoda.
Sheyis ragal Zion Yamim ba'avodah, that he accustomed himself 7 days to the service. Kidei she ha'avodah, that in order that the service tehei nucha, that it would be nucha. I forgot.
It would be easier.
That it'd be easier, Allah, upon him. Below vad hatzom sheharei ein mitzvah liyashav b'chama in order that let's say that it should not be difficult. The fast should not be difficult. That behold, it's not a mitzvah liyishav b'chama. I don't know what that is.
Okay, so it's what they were doing in order of making the avoda easier for the Kohen Gadol, because they understood that he was fasting and it would be extra difficult for him to do it. So they went out of their way to make everything as easy as possible because of the fast. But it doesn't mean that he had to go ahead and do something, because you don't see that there's such a mitzvah that on Yom Kippur the person should sit in the sun, or should make himself extra cold. There's no special mitzvah on Yom Kippur of making yourself extra, adding to extra distress.
Except for pulling off the leaves.
Oh, so that will have to come to, that's Rashi's explanation. Correct. Right. That's Rashi's explanation.
So what is this
Oh.
this phrase lishav b'chama?
Leishiv, to sit bechama in the sun, or to sit somewhere where it's cold, kedeli it star, in order they should be pained.
Ah,
Right. By Mincha time, I'll read about Yonah. Remember, there was a hot day, right?
Right.
And HaKadosh Baruch Hu had the gourd plant grow and make shade for Yonah, and he was very happy and satisfied that the gourd gave him some shade, some relief from the sun. Then
Right.
Hashem took it away, and he was distressed. You don't see that you have to do such a thing you don't have to go out of your way to make yourself extra distress and painful experiences on Yom Kippur.
Hemavoar be Maseches Yoma Daf Ayin Gimel. As it is discussed in the Maseches Yoma.
That's right.
Okay, so that's his raya.
So
That's
he didn't give it a Rambam.
Rashi's raya that we don't want to make it more difficult to fast, despite the fact that we have the leaves,
Right.
because we don't have anywhere that it says you should sit in the sun or you should increase your pain.
Right.
But it does say in the Torah that you should afflict yourselves.
Right. So that's according to what the Torah tells you are to Torah what tells you have to do, but doesn't say that you have to necessarily go out of your way to make the afflictions that are even greater.
Well, but on the other hand, you could argue it doesn't have to say you should afflict yourselves. It could have just said you'll fast. Period.
Right. Because again, the as we started off speaking about, the afflictions are part of the kapara. You need not only tshuva, but you need yisurim as well, right?
Right.
But the question is, are you supposed to? The more yisurim you give, are you better off, or you just take what you're supposed to get, what Hashem decided for us to do, and that's enough?
Right.
Tell me, is Rabbi Levitt saying another shir now? Is he gonna?
Yes.
Rabbi Levitt's supposed to say a shir now?
I believe so. I'm not 100% sure because he wasn't 100% sure, but I believe so.
Okay, because we'll probably have to stop in a minute. Okay, in any event, so just, we're sort of in the middle, but, so going back to the original question, whether a person can do certain things, right? So it seems to be at this point that he's leaning towards that a person could do certain things, because especially it's going to be on Erev Yom Kippur. And there's no extra special thing that a person should go ahead and do to make things extra specially difficult for you.
You want me to call Rabbi Levitt now and see if he's teaching?
You want to check? Okay, I need to take a couple of minute break anyway. Listen, so if he's going to be saying a shir, so I'll sign off now. Or you want to call him and ask him? Okay, call him as I'll hang on.
Okay, give me a second.
Sure.
I'm gonna walk out of the room. I get bad reception in this room.
Okay. So in any event, and we see people, they try and make things a little bit easier for themselves by preparing. And not only that, but part of the mitzvah today that we have for eating is that we're eating today in order that we should make the fast a bit more comfortable for us. That's why.
Mm.
Okay. In any event, you both should have
Yes, he's planning on teaching now.
okay, so I'll have to sign off. So everyone should have a lot of good, clear kavanas and prayers during the fast, and Hashem should accept all our prayers willingly and with mercy. And then I hope to see you all on Erev Shabbos at 9:30, Mitzvah Shem.
All right, thank you.
Okay, very good.
Have an easy fast, Rabbi, and the same as to you as you said for us, please.
Okay.
Gemar
Very
Chatim
good.
Yitova.
Marcus Imator, everyone should be well.
Himatova.
Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Lou. Be well.
Okay.
Shalom. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.